going to do? And they didn't do anything. There was a lot of criticism about that, but if you look around at their roster and the salaries, wasn't much they could do. I said it earlier this year. I said it last year on this show. I'd trade AD. I think he got the best of him. We're not going to have a pandemic bubble. He's not going to get a 3.5, 4-month break in the middle of a season. He is hurt again. But Ramona Shelburne's a legitimate reporter at the other place, and she was on the Brian Windhorst podcast, and she talked about why the Lakers didn't make a strong move during the deadline, and this is very interesting and rare.
The Lakers organization, from ownership on down, decided, you guys got yourself into this. This is the bed you have made. LeBron, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, all the future Hall of Famers. This is your choice of roster and team. Go make it work.
Jeannie Buss isn't wrong. First time in LeBron's career, an owner said, you fix the mess. This is LeBron's roster. They didn't want Westbrook. Clutch Sports, LeBron wanted AD. That was the chosen one. For 15 years, Cleveland twice in Miami, bowed down to LeBron. Lakers did initially, too, got rid of those draft picks and young kids. But Jeannie said, no, this is your mess. You clean it up. And it's exactly the right thing to do. The league no longer runs through LeBron. He's just a talented player on an old guy in a bad roster who can't give you 82 nights a year. He's a great player, but the league doesn't run through LeBron anymore. Since the bubble, he's 2-7 against Phoenix. The West runs through Phoenix and Golden State. I think more Phoenix than Golden State, but it runs through those two. The East runs through Giannis. The Lakers can't beat Phoenix. They don't even match up well. LeBron's 2-7 against them. Many have been blowouts. Also, young players have no interest. Ja Morant's not going to tie his brand to LeBron. These young guys, Trae Young's, Ja Morant, these young, great players, don't want to tie their brand to LeBron and play in LeBron's shadow. They got their own shoe deals and their own brand. They're not playing second fiddle, nor should they to anybody. This is the first time in LeBron's career an owner said, nah, we're a big brand. We'll rebuild. We're not winning with you. We may have to move you. But there is no point in 2022 fearing LeBron. The league doesn't run through him. The West absolutely doesn't run through him. They are currently 9th. And by the way, Anthony Davis will be reevaluated in 4 weeks. What does that mean? More of Westbrook and LeBron. LeBron probably not going to play every game the next 4 weeks. Once again, asking LeBron in his 18th or 19th year, I've lost track, to play more minutes, be more dominant. He can't keep just piling it on him. So I think this is rare. This is the first time I remember an owner just saying, we're not making a move. And if LeBron wants to leave, all right. But what are they getting with him? Since the bubble, they are not close to the top of the East or, more importantly, the top of the West. Here's Alex with the news.
No.
Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
Well, despite talk before the Super Bowl that Aaron Donald could retire, he is indicating that he will play in 2022. Donald said during the Rams' victory celebration that he plans to run it back, and he was asked by TMZ Sports if he will be with the team next season. Take a listen.
Are you really coming back? You got people stoked.
I'm enjoying the moment. We bring everybody back, I'm back.
If you bring it, so if everyone comes back,
Von Miller, we bring them guys back. Let's make it happen.
then you're back. That's what's up.
Let's make it happen.
Well, Von Miller probably will be back. I'm not sure if OBJ will be. But I don't take much from a TMZ interview as a guy's got his shirt off rolling up the window. Like, it's not going to be the most thoughtful.
That was his whole day, though. He had his shirt off all day throughout the parade.
But that's not 60 Minutes. You're not getting – this is a guy just saying, bring them all back. Please get out of my face. Nothing against Harvey Levin and TMZ, but they've stuck their cameras in my face at the airport 10 times. I'm just trying to get rid of them. I'm looking for bug spray. I'm just trying to get rid of them.
Well, if the Rams can make the salary space for Von Miller and OBJ, why not? I mean, OBJ is going to be out for the 2022 season with his injury, but we've seen that the Rams aren't afraid to take risks. They aren't afraid to spend the money, and Fox Bet gives them the third best odds to win the Super Bowl next season.
If Andrew Whitworth retires, it frees up some money, but you can't pay everybody. I'd pay Von Miller. They got a center they have to pay.
Yeah.
So OBJ, I think I would probably move off OBJ. They've got receivers. They got a young rookie that got beat up, needs to put on some weight, but they're also going to draft another receiver, I would guess. So you're not going to bring everybody back. Players love that, but in the end, it's a salary cap league. You're getting really expensive at a lot of different units.
Yeah, the Rams got some work to do. But let's move to the Dolphins, because with the Dolphins owner, Stephen Ross, facing an investigation, that could lead to a force of sale of the team. And he already has a buyer. Real estate mogul Bruce Beal will be in line to take over the team whenever Ross sells his controlling interest. And Beal has worked with Ross for years in his real estate company and has held the rights to purchase the team since 2016. And there's lingering belief that Beal's acquisition of the Dolphins could be followed by Beal selling part of the team to Tom Brady. And I kind of love this.
Well, I mean, we have
Tom Brady.
Magic's had some ownership in the Dodgers, albeit a small part. Michael Jordan owns a team. Yeah, I think this is in my generation over the last 10 to 12 years. This is the evolution of the athlete, ownership in teams. LeBron's got some stock in Liverpool in the English Premier League, so Aaron Rodgers has some ownership in the Milwaukee Bucks. Mahomes, the Royals. So yeah, I think Tom Brady gives him a couple $100 million. His net worth, he and Gisele's net worth has got to be $800 million to $1 billion. His credit's good.
Yeah.
And I also think Tom Brady's discipline and smarts would be good. I'd love to see Peyton Manning in an ownership position. Yeah. Why not? John Elway. These guys they know the sport. They know the league.
Exactly.
I'm for it.
They love the game. They respect the game. These are the players and people that you want in these owner meetings. It's only going to be better for the league. And for Tom, if he doesn't come back next season, this is a great little transition from playing to ownership from Tom. So only time will tell for that. But let's move to the Bengals. Their top priority this offseason is adding protection for Joe Burrow, and owner Mike Brown indicated aiding Burrow is critical moving forward. He said Joe is a smart player, and that shines through. He's accurate. He's tough as nails. We want to do some things to help him. They need to. He was sacked 70 times.
Well, they've got cap space. They've got draft picks, so they will. It's a pretty good year for offensive tackles. Listen, the Bengals are a good enough team. Again, I don't think they need all their draft picks. I think if they upgraded on the interior of the O-line and at one of the tackle positions, I mean, their defensive front's excellent. Their safeties are excellent. Their receiving, their skill people are excellent. This is outside of the offensive line, I think their linebacking core is average. I think the Rams' linebacking core is average. You can win a Super Bowl with average units. I think they have to put all their energy and as much money as possible into one unit, and then I think they're a playoff team, because there are limitations on how much a 215, 20-pound body can take. And Burrow's getting clobbered.
Yeah, and just think about it. Joe Burrow came in to a losing franchise in his second year, brought them to a Super Bowl, changed the culture of the team after having a major injury in his first season. Their number one priority, do everything you can to protect Joe Burrow.
Yep. Good stuff, Alex, with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
I like the salary cap. I mean, I'm a capitalist, so I think, baseball has, no salary cap, but I do think it eliminates about 10 teams every year. Seattle, Oakland. There's just limitations on what you can do, and it keeps the NFL's bottom is very small. Their top's very small. It's about, team 4 through 26. On any given Sunday, Jacksonville beat the Buffalo Bills. So the Chargers got waxed by the Texans. The salary cap is interesting, especially for championship teams. Everybody gets attention. Your staff gets poached. That doesn't count against your salary cap. But the Rams are in a